happening, man?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Long time no see.
Yeah, man, what's been up with you?
Man, I just been trying to wake up my brothers to this truth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're part of the lost 12 tribes of Israel.
What?
We're from the tribe of Judah.
Oh, imagine that.
Judah, the bow shooter, the iron rod ruler. All nations gonna bow down, even Buddha. Wake up Jacob and the mighty men. Bring the forces of the Gentile riches in. Let the law go forth out Jerusalem. With the power of the Most High, take the land. 144,000, they all men. Ain't no turning back now, man, we going in.
I was born in the midst of a storm.
Okay. It says, I'm going to go, I already know what to say that.
So take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls.
Count the first 9 words in this in the scripture. 9 words, right? Okay. The 10th word say, take my yoke and learn of me. Who you gonna learn of?
Of him,
Him who?
Almighty.
Okay. All the attributes, all the essence, all the everything comes from,
Well,
you just said it.
yeah.
Everything comes from Yah. Every Hebrew alphabet, every alphabet is a characteristic of the Creator. Everything about you is a characteristic of the Creator. All of us make up the whole capacity of the Creator. There's nothing we can do without.
That's right.
The good, the bad, the whatever. All of that makes the whole. So take the yoke. The yoke is the steady and the burdens and the things that you do to learn to prove what you're doing. This is the understanding. That's understanding. You get to sit and study, and you get to go over it and go over it and go over it and go over it. In some metaphysical teachings or classes, they teach that it's all factual. I'm not trying to put them down, but our job is to be the priest. We chose to be the priest. Everybody else doing what we supposed to do. We the priests. Anybody else chose to do it but us.
That's right.
I respect him because who he is. He's the teacher. I'm not.
Right.
That's not what I am. My job is to help him clarify. Okay, and that's what I do. It takes 50,000 repetitions to make something become an instinct. The instinct is beyond habit. See? To learn how to tie your shoe, you do it over and over and over and over and over and over till you don't need to look no more. It's repetitions. See? It's instinctive. We breathe instinctive. We're not concerned about it. We need to learn how to do everything that this scripture says without thinking about it. We don't have to think about it. See? Then you know you're going in. See, you're going to do like Enoch did. You know you're going in. So study. That's what 11:20.
Matthew 11.
No, Proverbs 1:5 is talking about. Get wisdom, see, and get knowledge, but above all things, get understanding. And that's what I'm talking about now. Understanding. Get all the understanding that you can get. So nobody can tell you, when you do 11:29, you get a cross reference of every word. It's just going to be a bunch of words. There's no dictionary here right now, but they took the dictionary. See, the dictionary used to be in here.
Yeah.
The dictionary used to be in here to define every word that we say, so we know what we're talking about. They took it out because they didn't want to read. That was the enslavement. The slavery was not the physical thing. An ignorant person can't do anything because they're ignorant, so they get somebody to lead them around. They go through whatever problems. See, like little babies or little children, and they got an abusive parent, and the parent will hurt them, beat them up. They don't know what to do, so they stay there until they get them booking. See, but if they grew up learning, like my granddaughter or my grandchildren, They gonna run. You're not supposed to beat me. You're not supposed to hit me like that. My brothers here are supposed to do that. See? They're supposed to hurt me to teach me something. See? Because make me do it over and over and over and over. Move on, man.
All right, let's go to number 9. It says, "Study to show yourself approved." It's Timothy chapter 2:15.
Yeah.
Second Timothy.
Second Timothy chapter 2.
Second Timothy.
Yeah, Second Timothy. Yeah. Chapter 2, verse 15.
Everybody has it?
Yep.
Study to show thyself approved unto Yah, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Study to show yourself approved. Study to show yourself acceptable. And it's a constant thing. You got to constantly study these scriptures, constantly be in it. Like I said, nobody had a problem with you as long as you said you was what? Christian. As long as you was just nothing.
Muslim.
Muslim. The minute you say you Hebrew, here they
That's a
come.
big problem.
Here they come. They come with their books and everything else.
You know why?
Mhm.
You know why? Because you're supposed to know.
Mhm.
You a priest. We the priests. That's what we've been talking about. That's what they've been talking about. They got it together.
Yep.
We got to get it together.
So
And
true.
then you need some mentors that know, that already know. See, you can say anything you want to say. They're gonna bring every book and put them on the table.
Yep.
And you're supposed to know. I got friends, the so-called friends, that say, "You think you know everything?" I said, "I'm supposed to." And you come up with a subject matter, when you talk about it, and if I can't give you the answer to it, I will get the answer. But 9 out of 10 times, 99 out of 10 times, I got the answer already right here. See, I used to do, like, say, for instance, I tell my people that come be around me that you don't need to buy a child a toy. You know what?
Wait, say it again.
You don't need to buy children toys. You know why?
Why?
Because they play with everything that they do. They play with everything. They gonna make a toy out of everything. So you don't need to spend your money on toys. You give them a book
Yeah,
and
right.
show them what's going on, they'll play with that. You teach them something, they'll play with that. But they enjoy doing it. And then they get to the point where they don't want to go outside and play with toys. They want to play with this. Because this is stimulation of the mind. And the mind constantly grows like that. See? So you don't have to, I don't have to teach. That's why I say, so that by you being the stature that you are, it's going to be exciting to you. So you might have to make that exciting to you. You're going to do that for yourself.
So like I said, you got to constantly study these scriptures. You're going to get challenged. All of us get challenged.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Over and over and over and over and over.
All of us get challenged. No matter
I'm challenged right now. Right now. They constantly challenge me. But you know what? I put myself in situations to prove to them that I am what I am. See? The Most High does this all of the time. He put himself when he posed a question through the lesson plan, he's challenged to put the question out there. And then we're challenged to see if we understand and know what he put out there. And that's a challenge all of the time.
So, let's go to Exodus 31. This one, something I added on the sheet. But, it's about the Sabbath day, right?
Exodus what?
31.
Whole thing?
Well, actually, go to Exodus 20 first.
Okay.
Exodus chapter 20, yeah.
Okay. We got the same thing right now. We're times.
everybody got Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. All right. Everybody know?
Yes.
Okay. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Verse 9, 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. 10, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh, thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. 11, for in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rest the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Right? The Sabbath day is a set apart day that was not done away with. Everybody else will tell you we do Sunday worship. They can't back that up with scripture, but they go to Paul and try to twist something out of Paul. Exodus 31. And we're going to start at verses 12, and we're going to go down to
Exodus
17.
chapter 31. Okay. There we go.
Everybody there? Exodus 31, 13, well 12 through 17. It says, and Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, right? And we know Moses, our ancestor. This was given to us way back then on Mount Sinai. This has not changed. 13, speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily, my Sabbath day ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am Yahuwah that does sanctify you. Now see, this is very specific. He's talking straight to us. Only. Right? 14. You shall keep the Sabbath day, therefore, it is the holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever does any work therein, their soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath day of rest. Holy to Yahuwah, or Yahweh. Whosoever does any work in the seventh day shall surely be put to death. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. And we all know that means forever. That's a covenant, meaning contract. Right? 17. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Now see, when someone talk to you about why you keeping the Sabbath day, this should be the end of it. You take on Exodus 31, this should be the end of it right here. It's a perpetual covenant. The disciples, right? It was Israelites. Everybody know that. That's not a secret. They couldn't get out of this. They had to keep this. This was the children of Israel. This was a sign between us and our Father forever. No getting out of that. But what they tell you, Sunday worship, right? So tomorrow, them synagogues there, they're going to be lit up.
It was big ass sin.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They defiling the holy day. People cooking right now. They have barbecue. They doing everything but keeping the Sabbath day holy. And the scriptures clearly tell you right here, they could not change it. Everybody see that? All right?
Yeah, that church was last year. It was hallelujah. It was super loud. You know, like one couple scriptures. Now it was done.
Yeah. But that's like I said, that's Christianity.
Oh,
So, today's lesson, like I said, I didn't have much because my brother had a part he was going to do about the name. One of the scriptures I keep going over every week, because like I said, I want this to be seared in your brains, is that our Father did not change. So no matter what somebody try to come to you and say, oh, well, Paul said this, or Paul did that, Paul still got an answer to our Father. Our Father said it's going to come to pass. Everybody, Malachi 3:6. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6.
wait, oh no.
Running from that.
There we go. Chapter 3, verse 6.
Got another guy ready to listen.
Yeah, chapter 3, verse 6. brother?
It's all in the family, brother.
Shalom, brother.
Go sit down.
All right, everybody there?
I'm trying to get hands.
Malachi 3:6 says, "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed." Did everybody see that part right there?
Yes.
Please, they already see that. Now, I want everybody to highlight that in the scriptures too. You got it? Everybody got that highlighted? Right. Our Father don't change. Now, the world, you familiar with Jesus Christ, right? Well, everybody call him Jesus Christ, but that's not his name. You call him Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai is taking orders straight from his Father.
Shalom.
Right. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I'll give y'all a call.
Absolutely, okay.
Let's go to Hebrews 13 and 8. Show you. Hebrews 13 and 8.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Hebrews chapter 13 and verse. Yeah, Hebrews 13 and 8.
There you go.
You got it?
Okay. Hebrews 13 and 8. Yahweh Shai, same yesterday and today and forever.
And forever. Now this is Yahweh Shai saying that. He said, I'm the same yesterday, I'm the same today, and forever. He's saying I don't change either. So let's jump to St. John 6 and verse 38. And this is also Yahweh Shai talking. Right? That's St. John chapter 6 and verses 38.
What are you saying?
St. John chapter 6, verses 38. So everybody turn to that. First chapter we went over, Malachi 3:6. Our Father said, I change not. And so you sons of Jacob, that means all of us in here, sons of Jacob, we are descendants, blood descendants. Says, so you are not consumed. Because the churches and stuff will tell you with this replacement theology that the Israelites have done away with it. Right? He's saying right there, you sons are not going to be consumed. I don't change. Yahweh Shai is saying the same thing. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. Right? So let's go to St. John 6 and verses 38.
It says, for I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me.
So Yahweh Shai saying, I came down from heaven not to do my own will. I ain't come to do my own thing. I come to do the will of my Father that sent me down there. Right? So what was his will? Anybody know? Save that which was lost. Anybody know that scripture? Anybody got it?
Wait.
Nope. Because remember, a lot of people took it out of their Bibles. A lot of New Testament, well, what, NIV, they're taking that out of their Bible. That scripture is completely omitted. Matthew 18:11.
So it's basically also. It's basically also scripture.
No, it's not absolute.
No, I was just saying it's them.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 11. Yeah. Got it, Matthew 18, 11.
Matthew chapter 18.
And a lot of New World translations. It can be from the Good News Bible to the little blue Bibles you see in hotels. A lot of stuff. This particular verse is omitted. It's taken completely out. It's just nothing else.
Because it said the Son of Man.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read that, brother.
For the Son of Man is come to save that which
Which
is
is lost. Now, why would they take that out?
Wait, where is it? You said chapter 18?
Verse what?
Matthew
13.
Verse 11.
Oh.
Come to save that which is lost. We are the ones that was lost. Let's get that straight. We were scattered abroad. He came to gather us all back up. And again, this is the Father's will. Come get us, save us. All right? Let's see. About it for me.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You read St. John 6:38.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of Him that sent me."
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I just had a precept to that, and we don't have to turn there, but it was John 14:24, and it says, "He that loves me not, keep not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me." That's all.
Okay. Okay.
I just wanted to add that.
That's awesome.
Because he didn't come down here to do his own will. He did come to do his Father's will.
And what was your precept, dear?
It was John chapter 14 and verse 24.
Actually,
Thank you,
I
sir.
like that. Let's go back to John, St. John 6:38. Let's get that again. So let me show y'all something that I'm probably not aware of. I know brother brought it to my attention too.
St. John 8.
And St. John 6:38, verse 30. We're gonna read that and we're gonna go down to 38 to 40. Bring something out. Show you something. And that's why you have to pay very close attention to certain words in here. Everybody there.
Okay, everybody has it? It's for I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will which hath sent me, that of all which he hath given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day.
Right there. He gonna raise it up again at the last day. So somebody had to be up first, right? And got put down, and
Yes.
he was gonna raise them up again in the last day. Right? Keep going, brother.
And this is the will of him that sent me, that every one which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last
At the
day.
last day. Now, who was raised up in the beginning? So we had to get raised up again. We were. Now, what can we find in Scripture? Remember Torah. Always remember Torah. Torah is the first 5 books. The answer's right there. Everybody's always quoting Torah. Let's get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Chapter 7 verse 6.
Right here, 6 or 7.
It's going to be in the very front of the Bible. And some people too, when you preach to them and you tell them about the Torah, they look at you crazy. And you tell them, you got Torah right in your hands. The Torah is the first 5 books. This is they identify it. And I tell everybody this, you don't need no DNA test. This is your DNA test right here in your hands. The Torah is talking specifically straight to us, about us. And this is why I tell people, the people over there in the land, why they can't identify themselves with Torah.
6 and 7. Okay?
They can't.
They're not them. They're not us.
Not us. Alright?
Okay?
So, yep, go ahead, brother.
For thou art an holy people unto the Yah.
Yeah.
Yahya.
What verse?
Oh, that's 6.
Yep.
6.
Yep, chapter 7, verse 6.
All right, I got you.
brother.
Okay.
Whenever it's like capitalized,
Mhm.
you say Yahweh or Yahuwah. It's all pronunciation.
The Yah has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people.
Right, that, what's that above what?
Of all people.
Above all
All
people.
Right.
So the Israelites are already above all people. So we fail, right? We fail because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandments. So what Yahweh Shai said, I'm gonna raise you up again in the last day.
Yeah.
So Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And this goes again with that whole thing when they say, well, God is not partial, God is not partial. Give them Deuteronomy 7 and 6. He chose the Israelites to be above all people on the face of the earth. And our Father's constantly telling you this throughout scriptures. Constantly talking about Jacob, constantly talking about Israel. When you hear these names, Jacob, Israel, this is talking about you.
That's because
Hold on, sis, hold on.
since we now coming into the truth, now they give that title
Mm.
to those that over there, the
Okay.
Jewish people. Nobody don't say that they ain't God's chosen.
Mhm.
They all, and churches send them plenty of money
Yeah.
because they think they God's chosen.
They want them to be also.
Of course they do.
That's right, brother.
But they talk about
Hold on. Sister had something. Sister.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a precept to exactly what you just read, and that was Deuteronomy 14 and 2. It says, "Thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim." Yahweh has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Oh, yeah. Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
All praise, sister, all praise.
So right there, you see back in St. John 6 and 38, Yahweh Shai again, but everybody's worshiping Jesus Christ. Christ said, don't give me honor, give my Father praise.
Yeah.
He's not doing his own will, he's doing his Father's will. The Father was only concerned with who? His chosen people. Israel. His chosen people. Again, which is us. Let's look at,
I have a question.
you got it, brother.
Being that this is a transliteration,
Right.
being that it states that above all people that are upon the face of the earth, above all people meaning being teachers, being leaders, being helpers, in another sense. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
No, in a nation.
above all nations,
Nation.
well, being above all nations, being
Yeah.
teachers, being leaders. That's what we're saying. I mean, help me understand.
We supposed to be the salt of the earth.
That's right. Understand.
We in this low state right now. When we come back to rule, everybody's gonna be below us. See?
Yeah, but his understanding is seeking, like, to know there is, where your people at, Boaz, yeah, the nations, the Esau, because what you know, and I can hear, you can correct me if I'm wrong, what you kind of know is what I used to know too before I came into the truth, that there is white people, black people, Chinese people, yada, yada, yada. So you actually trying to act, then in the church, there's the bishop, the teacher, the leaders, the preachers, all that. So you're asking, is this the word of Yah? Is speaking about that order, but it's not. He's talking about the nation. And as a nation, you will learn. Keep coming back, you will learn. Keep reading, you will learn. There you go, brother. Yeah, that one right there.
This one. Let me ask you a question, brother. How familiar are you with like your nationality? Do you realize you're an Israelite?
Not necessarily.
You don't? All right.
He just came.
You just came in?
I just
Okay,
met him in
I
the
got you.
bathroom.
No, it's all good, brother.
The brother said he wanted to come in for
Yeah.
30 minutes, so I was welcome.
Yeah, I'm
Just
finna
wanted to
give you
know
testimony
what's
real quick.
going on.
First time I heard about this, my brother was talking to me 10 years. First time he said something about being Israel, I was like, he out of his mind. I really thought he was out of his mind. Let me show you. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. This is what I mean when I say you don't need no DNA test. Everybody talking about something, you need a DNA test to send your blood off someplace to prove that you is lineage. You don't need that. We don't go to Torah. Right? Our Father preserved Torah. All these thousands of years later, we got Torah right in front of us. Now, the people that say who they are, they don't match this, and we can prove this to you right now. We're gonna prove this. This matches you. This matches everybody in this room right now. Right?
Yeah, they stole.
Now, Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now, 1 through 14, these are blessings, right?
1 through 14.
1 through 14, these are blessings. Now, Moses was talking to our ancestors, saying, if we follow our Father's word, we will get these blessings. See, I'm going to read verse 1 before we break some of these down. right? It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken, I mean listen, diligently unto the voice of Yahweh, which is our Father, thy Elohim, Elohim means God, power, right? It says, to observe and to do all these commandments which I command you this day, that Yahweh thy Elohim will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Now, you're probably familiar with the scriptures of the Israelites always being hard-headed, stiff-necked. They ain't never doing what they're supposed to. That was getting punished. The Bible's still going right now. This is a punishment for us. I'm going to break this down to you and show you. Starting at verse 15. You ready, brother?
Yep.
Go ahead, hit it. I'm sorry. Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15.
Chapter 28, verse 15, right here. That's what they got.
But it shall come to pass, if the wilt not hearken, if the wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yah, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in.
It says, all these curses are going to come upon you if you don't listen. Now, the first one we just read, it said all these blessings. Well, we know our ancestors were hard-headed. So he said, if you don't listen and do all the commandments, all these curses are going to come upon you. You ever heard of, like, the curse of Ham? You know they say it was the curse of Ham? Now, anybody got their Zondervan dictionary? Yeah. All right. Can you look up the word Ham, please, sis, if you don't mind?
I think that, what's that?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, okay. Perfect. All right. Noah had 3 sons, brother. And we know all the families of the earth came from these 3 sons. You had Ham, you had Shem, and you had Japheth. Now, everybody knows the Gentiles came out of Japheth's line, right? Shem was the progenitor of the Israelites, the Hebrews, right? You had Ham over there, which they say was all the black people. And you got the Egyptians. Now, see, this is where you can kind of kill a lot of argument, especially with the Egyptians. Now, the Egyptians were black people, right? The ancient Egyptians were black, because the original Egyptians, the people that's over there now, they're not the original Egyptians. Those are Arabs mixed in. Libyans. The original Egyptians are black-skinned people. Now, by default, that's going to make the Hebrews black. Because the Hebrews are always confused as Egyptians. Everybody got confused as Egyptians. It was like almost no distinction between, right?
Wait, was it Paul Abraham that was blended in with the Egyptians?
That was Moses. We finna get that. Hold Deuteronomy real quick. Let's go to Exodus. Let me show you something real quick. All right?
Wait, did they ever describe how Moses was like?
Let me show you.
Moses was dark skinned.
I can approve this to you right now.
Mistaken for the Egyptian. Right.
Well, then, Paul.
Angels. Yeah.
What chapter you say again? That's
In Exodus, Exodus chapter, let's go with 2. Exodus chapter 2. All right. Now, you're pretty much familiar with the story of Moses, right? Okay. Everybody pretty much famous, you know, the story of Moses. All right. Now, we're going to do the part where he's already an adult. All right. And you know the part where he killed the Egyptian, hit him in the sand, and he ran off to the land called Midian. All right. We're going to start at verses 15. All right. Now, do you know who the Midianites were?
Not
necessarily. These are Ethiopian people. Okay, Ethiopia. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you everything right here in Scripture, bro.
2:15.
Midianite, right? Midianites.
Okay.
Ethiopia. Yep.
It says, now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled their troughs to water their flocks, their father's flocks. And their shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come so soon today?
Now see, the father asking him, like, how you coming home so early? What's going on? Right? Get it, brother?
And they said, an Egyptian.
What?
An Egyptian.
An Egyptian. Now we know Moses Hebrew.
Right.
But what they said, what?
An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock.
Now, why they just say the Hebrews helped us? They couldn't tell the difference.
That's right.
I don't care what kind of clothes you wear. It's right there. Better yet, let's back it up. Go back a little bit when he was baby. All right? Go back to chapter 2, verses 1.
And there went a man of the 2 and 1, and
Yeah, keep on.
okay, and there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived and bare a son, and when he saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of birch, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrew children."
Now, why did they put him in that little ark and send him down the river?
They want to
They didn't want to kill him. But why? Because Pharaoh gave an order, right? Let's back it up. Yep, let's back it up. Exodus chapter 1, and let's hit verses 21 and 22. Right?
Same chapter.
Same chapter, yeah. So it'll be Exodus chapter 1, verses 21 and 22.
You try to say chapter 1.
Yeah. Same chapter, but, same book, but different chapter.
Okay. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Yah, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, "Every son that is born, ye shall cast it into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive."
Save alive. So he gave an order to kill all the Hebrew boys. Now, Pharaoh's daughter went down to the river and said, "This is one of the Hebrew children, right?" This would get interesting now. Now she got the baby now. Let's go back to verse 7, brother. This is Exodus chapter 2, verses 7. And before we start that, the reason why we read it like this, because the Bible says you have to read precept on precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. See, this is how you get the actual meaning. Yeah, it all come together like a puzzle.
Then said his sister Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, "Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages." And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter.
Oh, whoa. What's that now?
And she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter. And he became her son. And she called his name Moses. Moshe. And she said, "Because I drew him out of the water." And it came to pass in those days, when Moshe was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren.
Now, think about it. The reason I said, whoa, how did she possibly hide him in that palace with Pharaoh? How? He looked just like them. Exactly like them. Because, think about it. I got you this. Hold on. Think about this now. She took him in there, and Pharaoh picked him up. Oh, I love him. Now, what his advisor going to say? You just gave an order to kill them. You going against your own law. So Pharaoh's deceived too. He was like, "Wow, this is my grandson, huh?"
I was just thinking about the fact that she called a Hebrew woman was at His mother.
Yeah.
And she got paid.
Yeah.
That's her own
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
No,
That's the most high play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All praise.
That's that's awesome.
Right.
So what can the worker say? So what can that worker say? Can't say nothing.
Oh yeah. Now this is just one incident showing that how the Hebrews look. Now you heard the story where
I thought it'd be some more scripture that go in detail, describe how the Egyptians like more like description, like you get what I'm saying.
oh yeah what that book at Zondervan book. Yeah, okay. If you don't mind, could you read that part by him, sis?
Okay, straight. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites.
So all them people right there, they was black. All of them was black. And it tell you right there, the Egyptians. Now, in scriptures, how they try to be slick about it is the other word for Egypt is Mizraim and Kemet. See, and when you read through the genealogies, like in Numbers and all that, you see Mizraim down there. You won't see Egypt. You think it's slick. See, that's why you have to study, show yourself through. You have to get in here. You have to dig deep. Now, I'm gonna show you something else too. The world gonna quick to tell you that Miriam and Aaron hated Moses because he married a black woman, right? We finna prove to you this was an Ethiopian woman, right? They didn't hate him because her color of skin. They was mad with him because she was from a different nation.
Right.
See, that's it. Numbers chapter 12 and 1.
I mean, I remember reading in there that was scripture saying that tribes and mixed with other tribes and nations and mixed with other nations.
But it was a reason for that though. Our father didn't want us doing that because, okay, let's say I'm gonna say for a fact, I married an Ethiopian woman, right? I'm a Hebrew, right? Now she may love me to death, whatever, I may love her to death, but I'm going to work. Now, what is she gonna be teaching my children when I go to work? She's gonna teach them to be a Muslim.
Right.
So I come home, what they gonna be saying? I ain't finna even finish the rest of that, but they gonna follow what the mom teach them.
It's gonna be a divided house.
The divided house. The woman will take you and you too away from serving him.
Right.
That's why he didn't want us mixing with other nations. That's why Solomon got in trouble. That's why everybody got in trouble.
But another thing now is they really don't really care anymore about. They really don't take religion serious as much as a general public thing.
This is not religion.
Yeah, that's just
See,
lost.
I know. I get what you're saying, but they only take what they. Now they don't even take what they believe now as serious. That's what I'm saying.
It's true, but again, the Bible ain't not religious at all. This is our culture. This is our life. The world took this and made it into a religion, and they not even following what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna throw a little side note in here too. Their mistake was when they took this book, they took all the curses that came along with it, and they finna reap all the stuff that we reap, and our punishment is ending. Theirs is beginning. See, that's why we see these little things happening to them. Now I'm gonna confuse you. Just get into
So
it.
wait, how does Butterfield go by? Like how they get punished?
Well, think about it. They've been running around holding this book in their hands. All the curses that we finna go over, they finna start reaping them curses too. Yeah, all that, what they say, that black on black crime and all that stuff. Why you think they shooting them schools, shooting each other up? That's the curses they starting to eat now. See, we've been eating this for centuries. All right. Let me go over Numbers real quick, and I'm gonna get to them curses. Cause I want him something that really sink in and see.
So it's starting to reverse.
It's starting to reverse. That cup that we was drinking, of curses, now it's going to them. Now we finna start getting our blessings. See, we're answering for what our forefathers
Wait,
did.
one quick thing. Is Esau a brother?
Yeah, he a brother nation. He is Hebrew. Yeah. Because remember, Abraham is the father of many nations. So Ishmael, which is the Arab people, they are our brother. Uncle, right? Uncle nation, brother. But he Hebrew.
Does count say Esau's not our brother?
He our brother.
He came from Rebecca. He came out the same womb Jacob came out of.
Yeah.
So just because he our brother doesn't mean it makes him spiritual Israel, correct?
That's true. He's not an Israelite.
He
Right.
didn't get the covenant. He's not in the
He
covenant.
didn't get the covenant. He had a
He's a
different.
brother, but not with the covenant.
Right.
So he was a whole
Right.
other nation.
Right.
Yep. He a whole other nation. Even though he's Hebrew, yeah, by
Right.
blood, he's not an Israelite.
Right.
No.
That's right.
He didn't get those blessings.
Well, all Abraham still the Hebrews. They're not Israelites.
Right.
All them people, but they're not Israelites. They're not one of the covenants.
Right.
Only the Israelites.
Let's go over that part by numbers. Numbers 12 and 1 real quick.
Numbers, you said.
Numbers chapter 12 and verses 1.
Numbers,
Go verse 1.
12 and what?
Verse 1. Yep.
And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because the Ethiopian woman who he had married, for he married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, hath the Yah indeed spoken only by Moshe? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Yah heard it.
So we already know that the Midianites, they Ethiopian, because he married one of the daughters, right? So we already know Ethiopian. Keep you, brother.
Now, the man Moshe was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Yah spake suddenly unto Moshe and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Yah came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Yah, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moshe is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches, and the similitude of the Yah shall he behold. Wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moshe? And the anger of the Yah was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud.
Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. Now, they tell you that the Israelites are white, right? This is what history's teaching, right? So-called history, his story. Keep going.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Mary became as leprous, white as snow.
Well, she already white though, right? So why you gonna make her white? Keep going, bro.
And Aaron looked upon Mary, and behold, she was leprous.
So why, again, think about it. Why would they already be white and get made white again?
Right.
But see, I don't teach that in church now, do you?
And then, is it true that I seen some posts on Facebook about the leprosy thing? Like they were saying that leprosy was a disease or it was a sickness for you to have blonde hair and white skin.
What chapter is that? The priest said if your hair comes up blonde,
right?
Yeah, it's a sign of the leprosy. Yeah. And this is like you see a lot of our people putting blonde hair in their heads and not understanding what that really means.
Right.
I was thinking about bleaching my hair like a brownish.
You can violate the commandments when you do that.
Fine, then can I bleach my hair blue?
Bleach your hair off. No. All right.
And is it true that could also, because my daddy he be in the book, but he don't want it. I think he do it for entertainment rather than keeping the law, statutes, commandments, but he know. But he was saying something about the fact that leprosy could also mean like boils on your skin, where the hair, even though you got black hair on your head, but those hairs that come out that boil is white.
It's white, yeah.
Is that true also?
The thing is,
I haven't seen dark hairs.
Or in reverse. He said it comes in reverse.
But the thing is, when the priests, sometimes they had to tear the whole house down for leprosy, because leprosy gets in the walls. Yeah, it's serious, and it eats your flesh. It'll eat your skin.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you ever watch like certain movies, you'll see them bandaged up like a mummy. Some people's skin be rotted away from leprosy. Leprosy is very serious.
Right.
Yeah.
I know leprosy. So what is leprosy again? Like, is it two types of leprosy?
It's a form of mercy. They call it now these days a form of mercy. And mercy is a very, very vast
So wait,
application.
Right.
Is certain leprosy that
Yeah,
has
it's-
melanin away?
Real bad.
Yeah, they eat your skin. You eat your flesh.
Yeah, I remember I was in the hospital and them gown up.
Yeah.
Your
Had-
leprosy is stronger than Leviticus 13.
Leviticus 13. That's right, with the law. Leviticus 13. Yeah, if everybody want to write that down. Yeah, I really want to get to Deuteronomy and show the brother. Actually, you familiar with Paul, right? Paul, did you know Paul was confused as an Egyptian as well?
Confused? No, but
Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that real quick before we hit Deuteronomy. Everybody turn to Acts. Acts chapter. What is it?
it's in the New Testament.
Yeah, it's all the way in the New Testament.
Chapter 13.
The one going the one before.
Acts what?
Uncle John.
What chapter?
Leviticus 16.
What chapter is that, brother? Acts 21. Yep. Acts 21 verses 38. Sorry. Actually, 30. We'll start at verse 37. We'll read all the way to 39.
So chapter 21,
Acts 21,
verse 38.
37.
37.
Now this is centuries after now. Paul never met Moses in them. This is way after, right?
Acts.
Hey.
Acts 21, 37 through 39.
So Acts 21.
That's cool. Yeah, see verse 37.
38.
No, sorry, 37.
And as Paul was to be led into the council, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee, who said, canst thou speak Greek?
He was asking him, can you speak Greek? See what I'm saying? Because the way he looked. He said, can you speak Greek? Go ahead.
Art not. Go ahead.
I'm going to show you.
Art now thou that Egyptian which before these days madest an uproar and leadest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city of Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city. And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. And when he had given...
Yep. See that right there? He said, art thou that Egyptian? That Egyptian. See that part right there? Now, it's a part of Romans 11, 1 and 2. Paul gonna show you his lineage, who he really is too. Right? Show you real quick. I really want to get to them curses real fast. Everybody turn to Romans 11, 1 and 2. Paul always was showing his pedigree. Romans 11, chapter 11, verses 1 and 2. And I also like this chapter too because it also shows you where people try to use replacement theology, showing that, our Father did away with the Israelites and he chose the church. Paul telling you right here, right?
Yeah, they like to run Paul.
They love Paul. Twist the daylights out of Paul.
Right. What kind of theology you saying?
What? The Christian theology? The churches?
Replacement theology.
Replacement theology.
That's me, right. Replacement theology.
I say then, have Yah cast away his people? Yah forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
The what?
Of the tribe,
Seed
of the seed
of Abraham.
Of Abraham,
Okay.
and of the tribe of Benjamin.
Now, think about this now. We in New Testament, right? You hear Jew this, Jew that, Jew. There are 12 tribes. Where these other people at? I know they ain't go extinct. So where everybody else at?
Right.
Let's sign off a few names. We got Reuben. We got Gad. We got Nephtali. We got Issachar. We got Manasseh. See? Zebulon. Asher. Why they not named in here except in Revelations? You never hear the church talk about these other people?
They're the Gentiles.
What, they the Gentiles.
Gentiles.
Remember what Yahushua said, I came to save that which is lost.
That's right.
You scattered abroad.
5:24. 15:24.
Now, let's jump back to Deuteronomy. All right, now let me prove to you right here. Your DNA test.
Going back to 28.
Chapter 28, verse 15. All right. This is your DNA test. Torah is your DNA test. It's everybody's DNA test. You can find out who everybody is with Torah. You are called by your biblical name. You're not called by these modern names they give you. Dad gonna call you by who you are. If you are an Edomite, you are an Edomite. Yep. If you are Ishmaelite, you are Ishmaelite.
Verse 15.
Yep. If you are Moabite, you are Moabite. We just talk about Moab at work. Moab can't even come to the congregation. Right? Yeah, he did something so horrendous he can't even come in.
You mean the Asian man?
Yeah, we was talking about that, and it's all right in Torah. Yeah, 10 generations.
Oh wait, I
So that means they ain't never get
They ain't never get you.
I thought
They ain't never getting
Wait, I thought I'd speak to you about that scripture like a couple of days ago on Wednesday.
Yeah, but we was talking about it at work.
Oh.
Yeah, we going over it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Always research. Somebody give a scripture, look at it, find out the meaning of it, get down to the bottom of it. Yep. All right. Deuteronomy 28:15. It says,
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Yah, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
all these curses again. All these curses. So we know we're in this situation because our forefathers didn't keep the commandments. They violated. Right? Now, we're going to jump to verses 46. Right?
The curses that happened.
I'm going to break it down to you. This is verses 46.
They only knew.
And I did in life.
In the Bible.
One thing, so that means he can't come back in. And if let's say an Asian man want to come in, he can't come in.
His spirit ain't going to bear witness with this. Our Father going to lock him. How many Asians you see sitting in a camp? That's right there. Our Father going to block them. You can go out there and preach to them all you want with this, and they're going to reject it.
I see some black Asians too.
It's the lineage of your father. You try the spirit with the spirit. If you trust me, you can beat somebody in the head with scriptures all day long. It won't matter. If that covenant is not in them, they can't get it.
They're going to choke on the scriptures.
Yep. They can't get it.
Won't receive it.
They sleep anyhow.
Right.
They don't want to hate the word name Yah.
Exactly. All right, verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
A sign and a wonder. That's verse 46, bro. Yep. So, what does a sign do?
Show you.
Identify.
Show you. And it's going to be on you for a wonder. And everybody be wondering why these people can't never get it together.
Why they always dying.
Why they always dying? Why they killing each other? Why you give them grants, they still messing up. What's going on?
That's what we just read right there. Deuteronomy 28, verse 46.
Let's do 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Yah shall sin against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now right there. who had a yoke of iron put around their neck?
Pick it up.
Put that paper right there in front of you. Who had a yoke of iron put around their neck
That's us.
for centuries?
Now, he don't talk to Israelites.
Yep. That yoke of iron didn't drop off until we was destroyed as a people. We don't know who we are, we don't know where we come from. And like Isaiah 1, I got this. Isaiah 1 say, an ox knows his master,
But Israel.
a donkey knows, but my people Israel don't know and they don't consider. I mean, they don't even care.
Right.
We the only people running around here, I don't care.
I'm good, bro.
I'm good, yeah. Yeah.
That is exactly what they say. I'm good.
I don't
I
need
don't
that.
need that.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We going with that.
I got my degree.
Mm.
You got something to say?
I was about to say
I-
knowledge. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was I was trying to see if there was a scripture about how how they try to claim that black people sold black people, but the initial those are Hamites selling Israelites.
That's true. That's very true. Yep. We found out something else too. You seen what Ghana was apologizing? Ghana apologized. Yeah, Ghana apologized for selling us into
I
slavery.
did. You're right. I did see something like
You
that.
see, I'm tell y'all a little something that may be hard to swallow. Some of the Israelites in there.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Some of the Israelites in there. Some of the Judah.
Yeah.
They did this. Yeah.
The Moors too.
Yeah. I think the Moors damn.
Well, they say that, but they was black as this table.
Yeah.
They was black as this table. They the one that had got